I wanted to go back in and show you a few more things about the bottom lid of this eye. You know, I cropped it a little bit lower than I wanted to with the longer video. This will be a short one, but it'll give you a chance to look at it, and I can talk about certain things that I think are important. So here's the lower lid. Here's the inside of the lower lid. Here's the outside of the lower lid. And then this is the width of it wrapped around the eye. Okay, so you can see that. I'm working right now with a darker pencil. I'm going to switch out to an HB pencil so I can push a little bit harder and get a more firm line. And what I'm doing is I'm following the form. And by that I mean, here's the inside line, here's the outside line. I'm basically making lots of lines that are proportional to those two forms. They fit in there. I'm not putting a straight line across it because that would not follow the form. I'm putting a curved line that fits back in there. I'll do the same thing on the other side. You see that I've given you the shape of the eyelid. Here's the tear duct, that fleshy pink part in the inside of the tear duct. That line is where my eye sets back into my forehead. It's a puffy section under our eyes, which is actually part of the eye socket here. And this would cast a little bit of a shadow too, since the light source is coming from that direction. Now, if you look carefully, I've started to give some of the wrinkles and folds that you see as the flesh overlaps. And I'm going to use my sharpened eraser, okay, which I cut off the other eraser with a razor blade. Now, once I make those marks, though, I'm not done. Because that's an indentation. If it's an indentation, that means it's going to cast some shadow. And the shadow is going to be across the top of those lines. Now, as it wraps lower and goes around it, since it's a rounded form, like this, it's going to be lighter here, darker here. Continue to clean it up a little bit. Using my eraser as a drawing tool and a smoothing tool. I can even go back in up here and show you a few maneuvers up here that can kind of like give you a sense of how I got to that point. I'm going to change my highlight. I'm going to come at it from this angle, so that here's a high point, here will be another one, here will be another one. I'd also get a rim around the edge of the eye from that highlight. So that's how I'd handle shading an eye, thinking about its form, and how I would go about, you know, designing it to sit in my portrait drawing. So just to recap, tear duct, outer edge. These two lines, these 2 points stay solid. They don't move, okay? When you close your eye, they stay in the same place. The high point and the low point, these 2 peaks, they will move up and down, all right? But the other 2 points stay constant. I'm gonna draw the eyeball back a little bit for you so you see how it sits in the socket. And there you have it, how to draw an eye.